I watched a dude literally get hit by a car. I mean, the car must have been going 25, 30 miles an hour, or maybe it just looked like it was going that fast. Maybe it was going 15 to 20 miles an hour. I'm not sure exactly, but I literally watched a full-grown live human being get hit by a car, dude. And it was just like, it was like a movie, man. Like, you know how in the movie people get hit by the car and then they like roll up the hood, their feet go, they hit the windshield, they like roll over, they land on the ground, and then somehow miraculously they like get up and they're like, hey, watch where you're going next time. Like, that's literally how it happened. So yeah, we're starting off today's episode with, I watched a grown man get hit by a car yesterday. That's how we're starting today's episode. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about how in the world of a business moving forward in this particular crazy season that we're in, there might be some businesses that are about to get hit. Not by a car, but they're about to get hit by a truck doing 90. They're about to get smacked, bro. They're about to get smacked, and it's going to flip their world upside down. That's right, we're gonna talk about that and more a little bit today. I don't like that light today for some reason. I've liked this backdrop all week, but it seems like for some reason that light right there is different. We're gonna have to handle that. Before we do though, let's dive right in.
Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is, what day is it? Wednesday. That's right. Today is Wednesday, AKA CMA Day. That's right. Carter Myers Automotive Group, the most amazing automotive group in the country, led by my friend Liza Borges and her just incredible group of associates. We call Wednesdays CMA Day because for the last, I don't know, 7 years or so, I've had the opportunity to be a part of, build relationships with Carter Myers Automotive Group, and they train every single Wednesday. That's right, every single Wednesday in their organization they train. So Wednesdays are CMA Day around here on #Rise and Grind, have been for a lot of years. So good morning. Today is Wednesday. Oh no, I don't know the date. November 12th-ish. Today is Wednesday, November 12th-ish, 2025. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, November 12th-ish, 2025. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Kansas City. That's right, the beautiful, incredible city, Kansas City, coming to you live from Kansas City, Missouri, where we are here for the VinQ Unleashed event. And I gotta tell you, I brought 2 of my daughters with me. There's about 180 car dealerships being represented here at this particular event. My daughters are here with me and we've been having a blast. Yesterday, the event was amazing, and we're going to go into that a little bit. But then last night, my daughters and I, we got a chance to kind of walk around in the city just a little bit and took this awesome picture at the T-Mobile Center, which was amazing. And last night we had an experience over at the College Basketball Museum that was super cool. And so this is Danny and his family, and so we got to invest time with them, which was amazing. They had a performer, this incredible woman. She was a singer here at the event last night, and of course Willow and her were best friends. My daughter Willow, she does that. She makes best friends everywhere she goes. So here we are, we're in the midst of a big event with some big names, lots of incredible players, so on and so forth, and my daughters are just soaking it all up. It's been absolutely incredible. Do me a quick favor, if you would. Just got a message. Some people are having a hard time finding the show today, so if you would please go ahead and tag your friends, those that you know typically maybe watch this show or on live or watch this show on replay. If you could tag them right now, that would be great, and go ahead and share this episode out. So for those of you that just got here, while I was out last night with the kids, so on and so forth, we went to the college basketball experience, and then I was headed to dinner, a late dinner, with some of my 800% Club members. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to 1, a father to 9. I am the founder of the 800% Elite Automotive Club, a community of owners, general managers in the auto industry, a community that gets together every week. We grow together, we train together, we learn together, we share ideas and best practices. So I'm the founder of that. I'm also the author of the Legacy Titles, 12 Proven Principles to Grow Your Business 800%. I also wrote a book called The Morning 5 Simple Steps to an Extraordinary Life. You can download that book at themorning5.com for free. And why did I just now go into that whole intro? There was a reason I did that at that time. But anyway, so we were out. So I was out with some of my club members. So I was out with Matt Burkhead from Sir Walter Chevrolet. I was out with Rob Dell from Bob Ruth Ford. I was out with Adam. They're a new member to 800% Club from Sutton Ford in Chicago, and then also Dave Young, who is with Kansas City Hyundai right here in Kansas City. He was there with us, and then we also had a couple guys that are looking to join 800% Club but aren't members at this point. So we had a late dinner for 11 of us at a place called 801 Chop House. 801 Chop House, very fancy restaurant. It was a very, very, very pricey dinner, but my goodness, was it delicious. It was incredible. So first we went to this college basketball museum. I was there with the kids, and then kids went back to hotel, dad went to dinner. And as I'm walking down the street towards the restaurant, right? I'm walking down the street towards the restaurant. And as we're walking, we're talking, we're chatting, so on and so forth. And there's this guy that comes by jogging. He's jogging past us. This is at roughly 8 o'clock at night. He's getting his workout in. Guy is probably, 27 to 30 years old, somewhere right in there. He's lengthy like me. He's kind of built just like I am, maybe an inch or two taller. He is Hispanic, but he's mixed, right? He's probably a little bit Hispanic. One parent's probably half white or something like that, right? So this dude comes jogging by, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like watching him, man. I'm like, check this guy out. He's getting it. What's up, Mario? How are you? I'm like, check this guy out. He's over here getting it, man. Like, this guy's getting it. He is getting after it. He's investing in himself. He's out here at 8 o'clock at night. He's getting his workout on. And then we're in downtown Kansas. It's not very busy. Like there's not a ton of traffic or anything like that around here at all. Super, super clean, super well lit. So he's out here getting his run on, and I'm just watching him, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. That's living life 800% right there, making sure you get that in. It doesn't matter how late, you gotta make sure you gotta get that workout in. I'm proud of that guy right now. He's trying to make himself better, right? Like I'm going through my whole motivational Glenn Lundy self in my head, and everybody around me, we're just kind of chatting. And so I'm watching this dude, and he goes running across the street. And as he goes, it's a four-way intersection with stop signs. And as he goes running across the street, just out of nowhere, this car just comes through, bro. Wham! And I mean, he gets hit. I know I'm laughing. Let me get to the punchline. He's okay. So that's why I'm laughing. But he gets hit, and I mean, dude, this guy's legs go straight up. He hits the hood of the car. He rolls onto the windshield, boom, boom, and then like off the side of the car, boom, lands on the ground. And I mean, I literally had to do like a triple shake. Like, did I just see that? Did I, like, what? Like, I didn't even know. Like, it took me a minute. Like, it took my brain a minute to process that a dude just got hit by a car. And this car had to be going, you know, I'm thinking it was probably going 25, maybe 30 miles an hour. Maybe it just felt that way. Maybe it was going a little slower. But I mean, it lifted him up. His feet went straight in the air. He hits the hood. He hits the windshield. He rolls over. And I'm just like, oh. And so I take off running. I take off running after him. Like, I'm running down there and I'm watching, and he's kind of getting up and so on and so forth. I'm like, bro, whoa, oh my God. And the car stops, and there's two women in the car, and you know, one of them rolls down the passenger window, and she's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? They didn't even get out of the car though, by the way, but they're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And he's like, oh, you know, he's like grabbing his back and stuff. And I'm like, bro, or whoa, you're like, oh, are you okay? Like, what is going on? And he's like, yeah, man, they need to watch. You guys need to watch where you're going. What are you doing? And the girl in the passenger seat starts to argue. She's like, hey, you ran across the intersection. You ran in front of my car, or you ran in front of us. And he's like, bro, I'm a pedestrian out here running, and you've got to stop. Like, they're literally arguing. Like, I couldn't imagine hitting somebody with my car than arguing with them. Insane. Anyways, but they're arguing, not like crazy arguing. These people weren't crazy, but they were literally arguing about whose fault it was. And I'm just like, bro, do you want me to call 911? And he's like, nah, man, I'm good. You ain't got to call 911. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. And he just points back at them, and he's like, you guys just need to really watch where you're going. And I'm just going, what the heck am I? What movie am I in right now? Because this is absurd. And I share this story with you because today, as I'm coming to you live from Kansas City, the heartland of America, where dealers, dreamers, and data warriors, that'd be the best way to describe them, have gathered for one reason. They have gathered to rewrite the future of automotive. As I am here at this particular event, it is very, very, very clear to me that there are some of us out there that are running. There are some of us out there that are working on ourselves, that we've got our heads down and we're just out there doing the right things. We're running, but if we're not careful, we're about to get hit by a truck. And it's gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna come as we're going through an intersection with our eyes forward. We're just gonna get blindsided as we, my friends, are living in what very much feels like a movie. We're gonna go more into that here in just a second. Before we do, you know what we gotta do? I am so sore, working out with Brian Benstock. What was I thinking? Woo, what was I thinking? All right, we got to get our bodies in motion. We got to get our bodies in motion. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, we're going to do some dancing. This song is more like, you know, the normal Rise and Grind song has got more like rhythm for dancing. This is more like, it's like that. It's more like, you know, we're not like doing a bunch of choreography or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But for those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right, I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up and I'll say what's up back. How you doing, Marilyn Wilkin? That's right, Marilyn Wilkin, thank you for being here. Antonio Barbosa is in the building. Spencer Nicholson, what's up, Spencer? Spencer. Bella Rigby, how are you this morning? Thanks for being here. Don Sankey, what's up, Don Sankey? We need to lift more, bro. I don't want to lift more. Brian Binstock kicked my butt. Mike Larkin is in the building. Samantha Baker is in the building. Jeremy Nowling is in the building. Jeremy Nowling, your quote was the quote in the Morning 5 Planner today. Woke up, wrote down my gratitude and goals. There was a quote from Jeremy Nowling. If I remember it, it says, something about preparation is what creates the opportunities, not luck. I don't remember the exact quote, but I read it this morning, I underlined it, and I said, yeah, that's right. That's right, Jeremy Nowling. That's my guy. What's up, Scott Simons? I see you're here this morning. Thanks for being here. Jody Tibbs is in the building as well. Bella Rigby, what's up? Sarah Green, good morning. Alexandria Nicole, thanks for being here. Eileen Mitnick is in the building. Rodney Rock Hatfield is up in here today. Valerie Stone is in the building. Rich Pintrick, Janet Dyer, Vicky Elaine, Paul Brindley, all of my Clubhouse peeps that are up in here this morning. Thank you for being here. Those of you that are watching on replay, honored. Make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. So listen, my guy Danny Zaslowski, who put on this event, him and his partner, Chris, they founded VinQ, V-I-N-C-U-E. They founded VinQ, and they put together this amazing event called Unleashed. So Danny Zaslowski and I have become really good friends over the years, but Danny Zaslowski and his team at VinQ, these guys are out here doing something special. They really are. They are not just building software. They're a software company, but they're not just building software. They're actually building systems that kind of think and integrate with each other, right? They're utilizing AI technology. What we call luck is when preparation meets opportunity. That's right, Jeremy Nowling. They're not just building software, they're building systems that kind of think and interact, and they're using AI tools. And on top of that, they're really smart because they're building a massive community filled with ambassadors for their brand. They have this extreme level of connection with everybody that uses the platform. It's really amazing. But here's what I love most about this particular event. They call this event Unleashed. Unleashed. Because that's exactly what this industry, the auto industry, and probably many other, I'm going to use the word archaic industries, it's what they need right now. And maybe it's not just businesses. Been here since the closet. Maybe, maybe not just this industry, but maybe you as an individual. Maybe you need the same thing. Maybe you need to be unleashed. Maybe it's time for you to stop being tamed by traditions, limiting beliefs, thoughts that were planted in the past. Stop being tamed by those, and maybe it's time for you, my friend. Maybe it's time for you, Tyler Richardson. Maybe it's time for you, Robin Welshans. Maybe it's time for you, Malika. Maybe it's time for you to unleash what's next. Because let's talk about it for just a second, all right? I think we can all agree the world is shifting faster than we've ever seen, at least in our lifetimes. I try to be careful when saying like in the history of the world, because I don't know what the experience was like for people in the 1920s when they invented electricity. Like I imagine what that feeling was like. Your entire life was built around when the sun was up and when the sun went down, and outside of that you had kind of candles or whatever, right? Like imagine, and then all of a sudden now there's this thing called electricity, and there's lights and buildings, so I don't want to speak to any other, that's right, Tyler, I don't want to speak to any other genre or any other experience, but in our lifetime, I think we can agree the world is shifting faster than we've ever seen. And when we look at some economic indicators, right, interest rates are up, margins are down in the auto industry. EVs have been confusing all of us, from the manufacturers to political to individuals on the street. Do we want the EVs? Do we not want the EVs? Like, there's all of that. Then, of course, you have AI, which AI is rewriting the rules of every single game while the world still doesn't even understand the question. It reminds me of that movie, not Spaceballs, was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where they go up and they're like, what is the meaning of life? And then the answer comes back and the answer is like 43. And the whole point is that the computer knows the answer, but we're asking the wrong questions. And it seems like AI is rewriting the rules while most of us still don't even know what question to ask it. So here we are, we're living in a reset. I believe we are living in a reset. And the people who are gonna win over this next decade, they're not gonna be the biggest or the oldest or the smartest or the richest. I believe the ones that are gonna win over the next decade are simply the ones who are going to adapt the fastest. This will be the one time in my life that I will say, speed will trump all. Speed will trump all. And that's what's happening here in Kansas City, man. And that's why what's happening here in Kansas City matters. See, VinQ, this company that my buddy has built that's amazing. VinQ is not just a tech company, but ultimately it's a mindset. You see, VinQ has a mindset, like the declaration that they have thrown out into the universe, like their declaration simply says that data without direction is simply noise, but with the right direction, data becomes domination. With the right direction, data becomes clarity, it becomes confidence, it becomes control, and that's what today is really all about. Today is all about taking control of this chaos before you get hit by the truck. Because see, in our lives right now, we're not just out here lollygagging, trying to figure out products to sell, or out here just trying to figure out how to make a dollar. We are actually the leaders of a tremendous, unexpected movement. I truly believe that. You and I are the leaders of a truly unexpected movement, a shift in humanity, a reset, hopefully for the good. You see, my friend Danny, he always says, we're turning data into direction, and we're turning direction into profit. Because see, you got to listen, in this world that is addicted to information, what we really need now is we need interpretation. We got to, with speed, we don't have time to slow down, but with speed, we have to figure out the question. You see, I'm here with a bunch of dealers, so I know I refer to auto, and I know you guys aren't all in auto, but as dealers, our dealers have data coming out of their ears, bro. We have CRM data, which is our customer retention management tool. We have tons of data there. We have our DMS data, right? Our DMS is our main mothership that we do everything in our dealerships in. We have inventory data. We have our feeds. We have our ad data. We have our ad. We have all the different metrics and indicators. We have our customer reviews. But listen, data without heart behind it is simply numbers. Data plus heart and intention behind it equals direction. And that's the new formula. Like, we can measure everything, but if we forget why we're measuring it, or we don't even know why we're measuring it, then we lose the soul of humanity. We lose the soul in this business, because we're not just selling products, folks. We're leading a movement, literally a human reset. Which means if you lose the soul, if we get so caught up in the AI, if you lose the soul because we got so caught up in the numbers and the data, if you lose the soul because we got so caught up in the social media feeds or the tech, like if we lose the human piece of it, then all of this will be for nil. And one day, we'll be jogging head forward through an intersection. We're gonna get hit by a truck. You see, what I'm taking away from this event is the technology that's out there is absolutely unreal. The technology that my buddy has built is absolutely unreal. But technology should never replace human connection. It should amplify it. That's what Danny's done a really good job at. He's taken a software company, a tech company, a really forward-thinking, really advanced technology, and he's using it to bring people together. You see, with VinQ, every click, every lead, every report, they understand that that's a person. They understand that that's a story. They understand that that is someone who's about to change their life. Behind the tool, behind the product, behind the intention that the leaders of the organization are setting today. And see, that's what's interesting, man. That's the one thing that we can never automate. You guys realize that? We cannot automate intention. The reason some people think the AI thing is going to be such a negative thing for the world is they think that people with bad intentions will use it in bad ways. And then there's other people that think it's going to revolutionize the world because they think that people with good intentions are going to use it for good. So some people think the intention behind it will be negative, and some people think the intention behind it will be positive, but ultimately the technology itself cannot choose the intention. It's only the human behind it that can prompt it in one direction or another. So I know you've heard all of these negative things, right? You've heard negative things, and for those of you that are in auto, my automotive friends, like, you've heard it, right? We've heard the media. The media loves to say things like the dealer model is dying. And I'm just here to tell all my dealer friends something, like, the dealer is not dead. The dealer model is different. We are evolving from salespeople to storytellers. We are evolving from product pushers to problem solvers. We are evolving from local car lots to actually data-driven communities. And that's all I saw yesterday at this particular event when Brian Benstock was speaking and Royce Bauer was speaking, and just all these incredible people. Like, the VinQ movement represents dealers who aren't scared of tech, and they're teaching, VinQ is like teaching it what matters, teaching those dealers who aren't afraid of tech what matters, is what I'm trying to say. You see, for those of you that are here watching this show with me, Like, stark reminder, folks, we're not being replaced by automation, we're just simply being refined by it. Because the human heart is always going to be the most powerful technology in the room. So instead, let's not fear this shift that is happening, this massive shift. Let's not just put our heads down and our headphones on and run through the intersection and get hit by the truck. Let's not fear the shift, let's lead it. Let's lead it. You know, it's really interesting. I was having a conversation with Heather recently about this. And we just live in such a time where it's really easy to think global, but really I'm thinking the future is the ability to reach global, but to think local. Like, the future is local. It really is. The future is local. The future is your community. The future is your backyard, right? Like, there's people that want to buy from people they trust. People want a human experience that is powered by intelligent technology. That's really what they want. People don't just want the technology. They want a human experience powered by the technology. And that's why I love what's happened at this event over the last couple of days. You know, everybody in these rooms, like I told you at dinner, I had 11 different people at dinner. They all work in different dealerships. Technically, they can be considered competitors, but they're not competing against each other. They're collaborating for the overall health of the industry. Everybody here is in collaboration, right? We got Kansas City here in the backdrop. The place where heartland values, as they say, is meeting high-tech vision. Like, Kansas City is not Silicon Valley, right? It's not Silicon Valley, but it seems to be like the heartbeat of tech meeting humanity. It's pretty fascinating. This whole event has been fascinating. So let me wrap it up by saying this, all right? Whether you're in automotive or you're not automotive, whether you're a leader or you're not in a position to lead, whether you consider yourself an innovator or not innovative, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a W-2 employee, maybe you're later in life and you're retired or you're just getting going, whatever it is, here's the message that I wanted to say today. Please do not play defense in an offensive world. Today is the day for you to unleash your creativity. Today is the day for you to unleash your courage. Today is the day for you to unleash your commitment to becoming more tomorrow than you were today. Because see, here's the reality, here's the truth. The world doesn't need another car salesman. The world needs another visionary. The world needs more leaders who love people and master process. What the world needs more of is not another, I don't want to say that because that's not what I mean. I was just say, like, not another nurse, not another lawyer, not another cop, which I kind of mean that, but I kind of don't, you know what I mean? Like, those are all incredible services, but ultimately we need to start thinking beyond our job titles and thinking beyond our roles. And we need to start thinking bigger. Because the world needs leaders who love people and can master process. You see, the world needs you. Companies like VinQ or OpenAI or any of these data companies, they may be building the tech, but ultimately it's you, the human behind the data, who's going to build the legacy. We are living in what I believe is the most transformative time in my lifetime and maybe yours So let's go out there and make history, man. Let's go out and take the lead in this thing. Let's put our head on a swivel and make sure that we don't get hit by a truck as we're running through an intersection. It's time to unleash those ideas. It's time to unleash those dreams. It's time for you to unleash the desires and start thinking about the legacy and the impact that you can make in this world. I sat down with Brian Benstock yesterday. I had a conversation with Brian. I said, Brian, I've been running solo in a lot of ways and I'm done with that. I have a massive vision of bringing people together, equipping them with the tools they need to succeed and inspiring them to be great. I have a massive vision of how we can completely transform education. We can completely transform education, not child education, adult education. We can completely transform how we train in our businesses. We can completely transform how we onboard and how people learn and how people grow and how people adapt and how we can completely transform education on a global scale for businesses all around the world. And the way we can do it is through building a massive community, bringing people together, equipping them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspiring them to be great. And as I was talking to them, all I could think is speed, speed, speed. It's not just a desire to make an impact, it's become a responsibility. If you are in a position of influence, if you are in a position where you have resources, if you are in a position where you are an adult in today's world and have the capacity to imagine something better for the human race, then today is the day that you unleash your imagination and make an impact in the world. Does that sound fair? All right, I ran over on time. I got to get out of here. I know you do too. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's a little choppy because I'm trying to talk to like my automotive peeps specifically and my non-automotive peeps. I'm trying to keep y'all in the loop and not lose you too far. So my apologies if it's a little choppy as far as that goes, but I love you. I absolutely stinking love you. Go out there and have an incredible day, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. as we do it all over again right here on #RiseAndGrind. All right? All right. Peace.
It's 5:30 a.m. and the world's awake. Glenn Lundy in the house, no time to break. Husband to one, father to nine. This is the anthem, this is the grind. That's more. Rise and grind every single day. 5:30 in the morning, Glenn's